Royals, welcome back to Queen's Vantage podcast, where we talk purpose over popularity, truth over trends, and power through presence. Today, I am sitting down with an awesome human being, someone who's moving the culture forward, but pouring back into his community while doing it. Dak, also known as Dak Sauce, is a rapper, youth empowerment leader, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and motivational speaker. From spitting bars to speaking life, Dak is using his voice to build something bigger than himself. So whether you've seen him on stage, on Instagram, or mentoring this next generation, you know that he is all about impact. So let's get into mindset, the message, and the movement behind the man. Dak, welcome to Queen's Vantage podcast.
Hey, hello.
I'm so happy to have
Solid
you
little
here.
people, we in the building with it. Hello. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you.
Thank you. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for coming on to Queen's Vantage.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you
Appreciate
for staying on me about making sure that this happened.
Hey, teamwork make the dream work. We gotta stay
Teamwork
together.
make a dream work.
Hello.
So I have some questions for you today because I really want folks to get to know you. Queen's Vantage podcast is all about empowerment through storytelling.
Right.
And so what I'm hoping today is for people to really get to know who Dak is and why it is that you do what you do to move us forward.
Right.
All right. So you ready to get into this?
I'm with it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Talk to me.
All right. So you've chosen your voice to uplift and empower. What was the movement behind your story that you knew that this had to be a part of your purpose?
I think like as I got older, not knowing what I wanted to do and like trying to figure out who I was and what I could do, I kind of learned like who I am, like, and what I'm good at, and like getting closer to God, and then like learning and figuring out different stuff, and it just like all came like full circle.
Yeah.
Because at a point I didn't know nothing. Like I didn't know. I was confused. Like I was like in my head, like I'ma just, if all else fails, I'ma just push a whole bunch of drugs and just like that was the thought process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like
To do what society actually tells young black men to do, right?
Exactly.
Make the money.
Yeah.
At all
Make
costs.
the money at all costs.
Yeah.
And just crash out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like figured it out as I got. All right, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this. And then I started figuring out who I am. And it's like some of the stuff that I do, I just do it because it's me.
Yeah.
And, other people be like, oh, you doing, stuff for the community? Or, I'm like, man, I'm just,
Yeah.
like, I'm just being me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So how did that relationship with God become established?
Probably my mama. Boy, we going to church.
All right. Yep.
Wake up, go to church. You got to go to church every Sunday. Like, my
Yeah.
partners came, like, they knew, like, all right, bro, we finna wake up. We got to go to church. We was still sinning. I ain't going to act like we wasn't sinning, but we was still, we had, but we was there.
But the thing is that your mom was setting a strong foundation for you.
For sure. Yeah, that wasn't you got to do that for sure. Like,
Yeah.
we wake up Sunday.
And you
we
going
in
to
there.
church.
Yep, we was in there. Like,
Yeah.
all my partners, like, everybody that.
So mom was taking everybody to church.
Everybody. And then I just started going on my own.
Yeah. We were just talking behind the scenes before we started filming. And I was saying I grew up 7-day Adventist. So I grew up in the church.
Right.
And like I said, that doesn't mean that my life has been without sin, of course.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think it set a foundation for me to always have something I say to fall back on.
For sure.
So when life became uncertain in moments when I didn't know who I was or who I was even becoming, I always had this foundation of like God has called you to be something great and he has instilled something great in you and it's in you and it's not on you.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
Thank you for being vulnerable about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak the real. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. I ain't gonna tell it to you late. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. So there's something so raw and real about your delivery, whether you're rapping or you're speaking. So who were the voices that really inspired you coming up that really set the tone for the man that you are today?
Probably my pops, like my uncles, my granddad. Like
Tell us about your pops.
I'm on a lower level. Like they be like, you'd be like, oh, you get around. They'd be like, oh, I see why. I see where you know what I'm saying. Like so,
yeah,
like family members, And like as far as like learning stuff or like speaking in like to the people, I listen to like a lot of motivational speakers.
Okay.
So people like Jim Rohn. You ever heard of Jim Rohn?
I have.
Yeah, him and like this is like a whole bunch of like people like that.
Or like you said, if I don't know, let's pretend like I do.
Exactly.
I love that
right. Yeah, so like dipping into that world, and yeah, that's kind of like the foundation. But I would more so say like my family.
Yeah. And you said we talked when we were talking on the phone, you said like you were raised by a single mother.
Right.
But your father was there.
Oh yeah, my pops was in my life for sure. My pops is like, he always been there.
Yeah.
Like, he taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a lot of game and a lot of tools and different things to help me become who I am. And
yeah.
like a lot of people like, well, you your daddy.
You your father's child.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so yeah, my pops is like a big part of my life, like still to this day. He called, if I don't answer the phone and I don't call him back for one day, yeah, you I be like, hey man. He gonna get on my line, but yeah.
But it sounds like he holds you accountable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's so important, especially for young black men.
Yeah, because a lot of people that I grew up didn't have no dad.
Yeah,
dad wasn't like in their life.
Yeah.
So my pops kind of filled that void for like a lot of my partners. Like when they come to my house or they be, oh, your pops there, like you know what I'm saying, like they. You know, they enjoy his company or enjoy when he was around, or like even to this day, like they got his number, like you know what I'm saying. So yeah, he's still a big part of me and my life and the people around me.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah. It sounds like you have wonderful parents, and not only did they pour into you, but they poured into the people that you're around.
Definitely.
I'm raising young black men, and I always tell them that who you're around is so important because they're either going to take you up or they're going to bring you down.
Yeah.
And so your family is like that, whether your friends had the same types of relationships in their lives and people nurturing them, but it's like if you don't, you have somewhere. And I think that's incredible for both your mom and your dad.
Yeah, definitely need that. Like, and my mom is the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we all, even all our moms, but my mom and my pops, like as far as my partners and friends, like they all know. Like,
yeah.
My parents is like somebody that all my people, like childhood friends and all that, like everybody.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I grew up in the Crest Country
Hey.
Club, Crest, and we all most hoods had had like the neighborhood candy man. And so we would go around the corner and spend money, with the candy man, getting candy, ices. Do y'all remember the ices?
What?
Did anybody grow up on the ices, or is it
What?
just me? Right, the Kool-Aid in the cup.
Them was good.
You turn it upside down, you eat it from the bottom.
Yeah, gotta have
And
that.
I remember, so that was our little escape. But I think when my mom started noticing that when we were like leaving the street, we was probably getting into other things. My mom became the candy man or the candy woman on the block.
She was
so my
smooth.
mom started making the ices, and then all my friends would come to our house to get them. And so again, it's like creating that community or understanding like it takes a village. So it was like, oh, okay, you want to go around there and hang out? You getting into a little trouble? Now I'm gonna have everybody come here, And I thought,
Watch you.
and back then it was just like it became something cool. It was like, we going to Ebb House for to get ices, candy, whatever. Mom used to sell it, chili cheese fried, nachos,
was
whatever.
going crazy.
She did it big,
Ooh.
But it really was like that community, and people remember my mom still to this day.
I ain't gonna forget her.
Yeah, she passed away, but it's like people still love her, and there's stories from so many people about like how my mom nurtured them, and so it really sounds like that's what your mom and your pops did for your friends as well.
Definitely, for sure.
Which brings me into this next question about youth empowerment, because clearly that's something that you saw at an early age from your parents. What your parents was doing was they were empowering the people around you, right?
Right.
Because they understood that who you were around was either going to take you up or, like I said, take you down.
Yep.
And so what does youth empowerment mean in a world that often overlooks young black and brown voices?
I think that might be more important than it's the future.
Yeah.
Like the youth is like the up and comers, the ones that's gonna we pass the torch to them and they gonna lead it. So if they on the wrong path, then the people that's up under them is on the wrong path, and the people that's up under them is on the wrong path. So then you just got like, what do we have? Disorder, function, chaos, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever comes with that. So I think the youth is a big key to the world as far as generations go above and above, get older and older.
Yeah.
So I think like we, all of us that are older, even if you 21, you still gotta,
there's responsibility.
Guide the ones under you, you know what I'm saying, to help them become something and be who they are and bring what they got to the world. So
yeah,
the youth, man.
Can you talk a little bit about what you're doing with youth? Because I went on YouTube. I watched you. I seen you out at the schools, and I seen the kids going crazy behind your music.
Yeah,
and let me just say this. So when I reached out to Dak and I was like, yo, listen, so what you rapping about? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you saying about women? And he was like, yo, I don't even cuss in my raps.
Right,
and I was like,
yeah,
okay.
nah.
I said, now we can start the conversation.
Right.
And so I saw the kids going crazy. And I listened to the lyrics in your songs and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's really empowering them to be the best versions of themselves, go out there and get it, So tell us about your work with the youth.
So I performed at a few different schools, and I kind of like through the music, I want to motivate them and teach them and, in a sense, guide them, because a lot of the music is like, man, you follow whatever they telling you to do.
Oh, man. Yeah,
it ain't gonna end well. So I feel like my responsibility in music is that, to guide them to, the right direction. And I don't want to cuss and, tell them to do this stuff and do that and go do this and get drunk. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's what you want to do, you do what you do. But I'm not gonna tell you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like that's my role. And then speak to them, kick it with them. They just wanna have fun.
Yeah.
They just want something to look up to in reality, because some of them might not have no dad or no older brothers, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. You don't know what's going on at the crib. Like, the crib might be total chaos. So if I could come in and do my thing and it bring joy or bring some type of positivity to you, then my job is done.
Yeah.
In a way, so...
And I think representation is so important. So for me, as like coming up in a professional setting, I didn't have a lot of women to look up to, So my mom really stayed home, and she struggled with addiction. So that whether she was working or not working, I think the addiction had a lot to do with that. And I didn't have a lot of women to look up to. And so when I went into the professional field, I only had white women to emulate, if I'm being completely honest.
Right.
And so for me, I really wanted to set an example for women coming up under me, to say that you can be smart, you can be cool, you can be sexy, but you also can be intelligent and hold yourself well and understand what standards are and set boundaries.
Exactly.
And so for me, that's what my life is dedicated to show young women coming up, like, hey, you can be all of these things. You can be a boss, successful, and all of that, but still hold yourself give yourself grace, but hold yourself in elegance and have some self-respect.
Yeah, because they coming after y'all now.
Oh, yes, for sure.
They done already did their number on us. They done got us locked up, drugged. You know what I'm saying? They coming at, they didn't toe up all that. So now
let's talk about that.
Yeah, we gonna make the women make them not understand their value by the actions and things that they do.
Listen, I have nothing against the city girls. So I'll just say that. I have nothing against them. Do your thing. But I would say if I was on a spectrum, I'm more of a Janae Aiko. Right? So I'm more about vibration. I'm more about energy. I'm about self-respect. And I'm not going to say, have I always moved in ways that's probably was respecting myself? Absolutely not. Right. But, sometimes you got to fall right back on that foundation and get back up. But you're absolutely right. The black women, we are under attack. It's said that we're too masculine. We don't respect black men. And that's so far from the truth. I'm raising black men. Right. So there's no way that I can't respect a black man. Their father is a black man. Right. My father was a black man. Right. So I respect black men, and I want to uplift, which is why I wanted you to come on this podcast, because it's been a lot of feminine energy on Queen's Vantage podcast, as it should be, right? But I wanted people to see that I could sit down with a black man, and we could be from two very different worlds, of the same, right? Sure. And sit down and have a conversation that will uplift and empower folks, because that's really what this is about. And I'm like, I love black men. I cherish black men. I think y'all are kings, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's nothing that I wouldn't it's nothing that I wouldn't do for a black man. If you call me up and you like, hey, man, listen, I'm in a jam, I got your back because now you're my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's love, yeah.
But I think that there's just this misrepresentation of us, but it's all to spread lies, right? And to move us away from what the truth is so that we don't sit down together. We don't have these conversations. We don't build community. Like what they're doing here at the L3 Perspective. We were here for the Super Bowl. That's where we met, right? We're sitting down to talk about what's possible in our city.
Trying to make it happen.
You and I just started talking. We just started having a conversation with one another and was like, yo, I would love to have you on a podcast. I love what you're doing.
Let's get it. Now we here.
And now we here. Yep. So you're right. We're under attack, but I don't let that drive me. I let that like really encourage me and inspire me to just continue to do better and continue doing what I'm doing. Because I'm not going to lie, I've given up this podcast so many times in the parking lot on my way in. But I'm like, you know what, God, you have a purpose. And I dedicate my purpose and my gift to you. And whatever comes from this is all glory to you. Yep, and that's just what it is here.
Yep. So he going to use you as the light.
Yeah. So I got to get back to you though.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about the work behind the vision. So from music to mentoring, you're building multiple lanes. How do you stay rooted in your purpose without getting lost in the pressure of popularity? And as you can see, I'm rocking my t-shirt today. So this is my new brand. These t-shirts will be available on my podcast. You know, I got to shamelessly plug, which is purpose over popularity, because I think that's the culture that we're in right now.
I would say, I mean, you pretty much just said it. At the end of the day, I'm going to give the glory to God. It ain't me. Yeah. I'm going to do my part, but, you know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about the popularity.
Yeah.
Because, you know, all the blessings come from him. And if I focus on popularity or not being humble, everything will get taken away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm aware of that. So that's one thing I try to not focus on like that. Cause at the end of the day, I'm trying to do the work for him, do my purpose that was installed in me. So
yeah,
it really ain't about me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the work, but he's really, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to take credit or focus on things that don't really matter. Like popularity don't really matter.
Yeah.
Because if I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to get popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to get all the things that come with me focusing on the purpose. So that's really what I try to stay focused on as far as when it comes to that type of stuff. Like if I stay focused, I'm going to be all right.
Yeah.
Popularity and everything else, it'll come with it.
It'll come with it, yeah. So my next question was, how do you stay grounded? And I would guess that your answer always goes back to God. But what are some of your practices that helps you stay? Mm-hmm.
Which is probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
Consistency, probably the hardest one. Like, it ain't easy. I ain't gonna lie. If you, hey, look, this life it's not easy. I know why people, do what they do, and because it's easy to do nothing. And just not try, but it's hard to be like writing down what you got to do on this date, then you got to do this, and then you got to do that, but you got to stay busy, then you tired. Sometimes you don't want to talk. Like when I don't answer my phone, like it's like because I'm trying to.
Wait, you don't answer the phone?
Yeah, like
because you answer the phone with so much energy.
You see what I'm saying? But see that, but that's what people know. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know when I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm down, like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to rejuvenate. So I got to practice on when to rest, when to not do this, when to not do that, when I have to go rehearse or, be ready to go do this and do that. And it's just, I got to keep my gear. I got to make sure I have the right day to go get the clothes.
Yeah.
I got to do this that day. And so it's just like a whole bunch of.
I get it.
Staying on top of everything.
It's a checklist every day. Like even for me today, it was like, I got up this morning and was like, okay, I need to pray. I need to meditate. I need to work out. Then I got hair and makeup, So it's a whole list of things. And so I've been up since 5:00 this morning because I'm like, all right, I got to get this workout in. I got to do this. I got to do that. But like you said, it's the discipline. And just to speak to the nothing. So some people think nothing just means sitting still. And nothing could just be scrolling on your phone. So mindless things that's moving you away from your mission.
Yep, nothing could not be taking action.
Yes.
You had and I did that a few times. I didn't feel like I didn't miss a lot of opportunities on me just not taking the action. So like all of that kind of like intertwines. Like if you got an opportunity, jump on it because it's easy not to jump on it.
Right.
If you got connections or with people, like, look at what you got around you and connect the dots and try to, figure something out to make something happen.
Yeah.
But it's easy not to do that. So it's like all of that for me is like how I stay on track.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall off.
So we're in a world of overstimulation because we have access to everything at our fingertips on those phones, right? How do you like keep your mind sane and healthy? So do you have any practices that, like, I meditate every morning? I get up. Well, let me take that back. It's not every morning because I done skipped a few mornings, but I try to make that a part of my regular practice to just have my mind be still.
Yeah.
What are some practices for you that's like, okay, when I take that moment and I'm not answering my phone and I'm not asleep, that I do to just really bring myself back to like the core?
I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Okay.
So I watch like a lot of videos, like motivational videos or videos that put some type of encouragement in my brain.
Yeah.
So whether it's like a speaker or like just a self-discipline video or something like that, or it's like a sermon or anything like that. Cause like if I feel like I'm falling off, I'll be like, man, I need to put, some type of, somebody needs to talk to me and remind me of what I need to do in order for me to get to where I need to go. So I'll do that and get it back. Like it's built my spirit up to stay like focused.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just chill. Sometimes I call my boy like, hey, bro, what you doing? Come get this work in this video game.
Yeah. All right.
We'll be on the game. I
be on the game.
Yeah. So I just chill and like, just, kind of like a way of me to like rejuvenate.
Yeah. So I have a rather what I feel like a big question for you. What do you say to other young Black men that feel that they have to choose between being real and being responsible?
Between real and being responsible. Man, young Black man. And when you say real, do you mean like real towards other people, like what they think is real?
It could be subjective. Yeah. But so back to like the culture that we live in, that is as young Black men are presented in a certain way, and there's a certain lifestyle and treatment of women and things, how you speak, what we call real. But there's also a responsibility that I think you carry for the youth. And so sometimes we have to put aside like what seems cool and what seems like prominent in our society and say, okay, I have a real responsibility to take care of those that are coming up under me.
Yeah, handle your responsibility. Man, don't let nobody tell you and dictate you what they think you should do, or, oh, you a sucker, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that. Man, handle your business, be responsible, and be yourself at the end of the day. Be you. You ain't got to be nobody else but you. And if they don't respect that, then they don't need to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't respect you or respect who you are or how you feel, then they don't love you. They'll probably rob you, kill you, plot to do something crazy to you, or try to take your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do all the shady stuff you can imagine. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they talking about is real, and if you don't think that's real, and if it don't, line up with your morals and your standards, then cut it. Nah, I don't even keep people like that around. At least me. Yeah. I'll leave you alone so fast. You'll be looking for me like, yeah, that's the phone, hey.
Yeah. What about favorite songs? Don't laugh at me, y'all. Don't judge me, actually.
Do your thing.
Is Big Sean Bounce Back.
Hey.
Like, it honestly gets me going. So, like, on my way to the studio this morning, that's what I'm listening to. And one of the bars in there was, he's like, I'll cut you off like an edit.
What? Quick. He know.
And I've been known as the cutoff queen. I'm like, if it disturbs my peace, I'm moving a different direction. But no, thank you for sharing that, because I think it's so important for people to hear, because so many people want to move towards the masses, and less people are moving towards like the responsibility that we have for those that are coming up under us. And we don't have the Dr. Kings anymore.
Right.
Like we just don't have the folks that are really moving us ahead in a positive way. But also, let me say this. There are those, but they don't always cross over into the realms in which we operate. You know what I'm
No,
saying? So
they
like I
don't.
said, from a young girl that grew up in a crest that didn't see a lot of professional women, there wasn't the most Michelle Obamas back in the day for me to really look up to.
Right.
But there also aren't men that can really just embrace our culture, because I think we are dope, right? The way we dress, the way we style our hair. And there are not a lot of men, I feel like, that are out there that that can hold true to that part of our culture, but also says it's okay for you to be positive. It's okay for you to speak life. It's okay for you to, speak highly of our community in ways that uplift us versus tearing us down.
Man, yeah, you ain't lying.
All right. So I have a question for you about a recent conversation maybe that you've had with a young man that reminded you of why you do the work that you do.
A recent conversation of a young man that reminded me of the work that I do.
Yeah, the reason why you do the work that you do.
I would probably say one of my little cousins, and he just was like saying how he wanted to be something and he had a plan and a vision.
Yeah.
I was like, right, do that, capitalize on it. And I actually want him to like come around like to like different shows and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
because he got like a camera and stuff. So yeah, when he was saying that, I was like, yeah, do that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your vision and start it while you're young and go for it. Because if not, you don't want to be the late bloomer. I mean, it ain't never too late. But if you start young, like if I would have started young instead of me out here running around like a squirrel trying to catch a nut, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have be elevated to a different level. Yeah. So, yeah, that.
But you're inspiring him. And you're pouring into him. Yeah. In such a profound way. Because you're setting a tone, like he sees that you're doing something positive, and he's like, I want to tap into that.
Exactly. And he made sure he came.
Yeah.
He came late, but because he had to work, but he made sure he came. So that like showed me like, it was important whether he told me or not. You know what I'm saying? It was important enough for him because he could have been like, I ain't going to that. You know what I'm saying? You finna perform or you finna, he could have easily just went home and got on a video game or went with his girl.
Did
or,
nothing.
You know what I'm saying? He could have did nothing. Like, but he took the action and he came, so.
Well, I think that says a lot about you and, the path that you're paving for people that are coming up under you. And it's like, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but there is a way.
There's a way. And that's what I always tell my partners. I'm like, man, like I bring them just because, just because you get in the room with different people and you never know.
Right.
Like you never know who you going to meet or what door might open. Because when I realize, like, the more I start going out to events or, walking in some type of purpose, then each door just opened up to a different one. It just kept going, and everything just keeps. So that's why I'm like, positioning is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I tell my bros, like, man, let's come to the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Whether you get a follower on it,
whatever it is.
Something, you going to benefit something out of coming. So, just pull up. So,
access and opportunity.
Exactly.
And that's what you're creating. And, just like the opportunity for us to even meet, for us to be in a space together. And now you're creating more doors for other individuals.
And that's what it's all about. Because it ain't just for me. It's for we. It's for the whole team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't enjoy the life. The more it grows, like, I can't enjoy it by myself, so it's like for everybody.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about your legacy. What legacy are you building, not just for yourself, but for the community that you're raised in?
Man, that's a good question. I think I probably would know in the end more than now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I never really thought about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like accomplish the goals and the task and do what I need to do, and then whatever the legacy is at the end, and
yeah,
that's gonna be for y'all or whoever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone.
No, I appreciate your answer because I didn't start thinking about legacy and really my lineage until now. Like, as of recent, I have 2 kids that are now in college, and I have a 12-year-old, and I started thinking about like my offspring and their offspring. Like, you don't think about that. Like, I had my first son when I was 20, and so I'm like, I wasn't thinking about legacy. I was actually thinking about survival. Like, how am I going to survive?
Right.
And now I'm at this place in like, I just want to build generational wealth for them.
Okay, yeah, I definitely want generational wealth for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, generational wealth. I don't want them to have to build it from the ground up.
Yeah.
So whether I'm here or I'm not here, I kind of want it to be like, all right, well, I set this up. Now all y'all got to do is step in this door and expand it from there. Or,
Yeah.
you know, I got these connections. I got that connection. I can make the call. And you want to do what? All right, well, hey, my son wants to do this and do that, and or you want to play football or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to have some type of foundation or call or connect or something to where they won't have to start from like scratch. Like,
Yeah.
because it's hard when you gotta put your own money up. Maybe I'm be the one to put the money up, or
Yeah.
you know, got the money set aside in an account, or
Yeah.
you know, something like that. So yeah, on that
Yeah.
note,
What I always say is I want to be the ladder, you know, so, and I'm still climbing.
right, me too.
But I believe like
long way.
wherever I end, so when God says that's my final day, my children will take off from there.
Right,
But as long as like I have life in me, I'm continuing to build.
for sure.
So yeah, no, I
Nonstop.
nonstop. It's constant.
Yeah, it's gonna keep going.
I was just I was sharing with Cam that so I wasn't able, they had a amazing event here over the weekend and I wasn't able to make it because I have first and second degree burns.
Oh no.
That are like literally under here because I was moving and shaking, like college orientation, cooking dinner, talking to one of my podcast guests, and I ended up burning myself while cooking dinner. A stupid accident, but it happened. And so I had to take a moment this weekend to really do nothing, like really start recovering so that the burns didn't get infected. But anyways, I say all that to say it's just like I had to keep going. You know, I had to keep going.
Stop.
And even going in that moment was to take care of myself because I knew I had this today.
Right.
So, all right. So I have another one for you. What do you want people to feel after they've experienced your presence, your platform, or your message?
Feel the love. I come in love. Feel the
Yeah.
motivation. Feel, you know, whatever it is that I presented to you.
Yeah.
You know, feel the, you know, if it's a conversation, feel the substance of the conversation, or, you know, if it's music, feel the substance of the music, whatever you could take out of it. So, but at the end, feel the love.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to spread that. You know what I'm saying? Feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, you radiate love because I've called you once and I was like, I need to step my game up when I call you because the energy on the phone is insane. I'm like, oh, all right, I wasn't really feeling that great today, but what's up, Dak?
Right.
That's what I
Stuff
do.
like that. You know,
Yeah,
if I,
I
can
love
do
that about you.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All
I'll
right.
be happy.
So now I'm going to ask you for some more advice.
Uh-huh.
What advice would you give to someone who's struggling to find their lane and someone who knows that they're meant for more, but they just feel like they're stuck?
Oh, you just got to find your gift.
Yeah.
Talk to God. First and foremost, you tap in with your creator. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's like if you get a car and you don't know how to work something, what you going to do? You going to look at what the creator left for you, which is the manual, right? And it's going to tell you, or, you know, whatever it is you buy, it has some type of something you need to read on how to work it. But figure out what your gift is. Once you get your gift, you're going to be good. You just got to operate in it. If you know how to cook, sell plates. If you know how to teach. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to sing. Whatever it is that you good at, you ain't good at it for no reason.
Yeah.
It's a reason why you good at it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody good at it. So you ain't finna tell me that can't nobody just do nothing. Because I thought that I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
At a point in time. So I done been in that place, like, and I done been like around people that was doing stuff, and then here I am, I ain't doing nothing. And I'm thinking like, oh, you know, the only thing I can do is dress. And I mean, now I got t-shirts. Instead of me, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at it how I should have been looking at it, I was looking at it in a different way. But whatever your gift is, if you got a gift and you have a gift, operate in that. And it's going, and keep working on it, getting better, work on it, get better. Don't get discouraged. Don't, you know what I'm saying, quit. You're going to feel like you want to quit. You gonna feel like you want to cry. You gonna feel like you want to die. You gonna feel all these different feelings, but just keep going and utilize that gift, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. And what I found is one gift sometimes leads us to other gifts. When I first started this podcast, I was like, that's wild, God. You want me to do a what? Like, you want me to do a like, that's crazy.
Right.
I'm not doing a podcast.
Right.
And I didn't even see this as a gift. Right. So it's been other people that have told me, like, you're a great interviewer.
Right.
Like, you are just easy to talk to. And I found that about myself. Like, when I sit down with people open up to me and I'm like, that's a gift. Like, I didn't see it as a gift. And now I'm like,
gem.
yeah, it's like, but I'm like, okay, God, well, if this is a gift, then what am I supposed to do with it? So now my prayer every time before I even sit down for a podcast, I just say, God, use me.
Yep.
Cause like, it's yours. It's not mine.
Yep.
And you know, just from this, other opportunities and doors are opening for me
Every time.
that I didn't even know was in me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like you said, you got to hold on to that one thing that you know that you're good at. And those plates may become a brick and mortar, right? Mm-hmm. You may now have a restaurant. That restaurant may eventually open up a cooking school. Yep. You know, you just never know. You never know.
Operate that gift. It's going to open doors. You might sell a plate to somebody who, you know, might be able to take your vision to a whole nother level, and y'all might be partners. Like, you just never know.
You never know. I did a podcast a few weeks ago that aired, and so I grew up, like reading the Vallejo Times Herald. That newspaper like goes back to when I remember going out to the front yard and grabbing a newspaper and bringing it in to my grandparents. And Queen's Vantage was mentioned in the Vallejo Times Herald. And I thought that was crazy because I'm like, yo, y'all don't understand what this means to me. Like, I used to walk out, get the newspaper. I had a newspaper route.
Oh, you was in the paper?
And it was a mention from a podcast that I did. And it was like, I was interviewing a woman, and it was like, and she was on Queen's Vantage podcast. And I said, do you know, like that's a historical record.
That's love. That's a blessing.
I'm like, from a city that I'm from.
Right. Yeah.
You know? And so you just never know. You never know how your gift, because our gift is really not for us. It's for others.
Yeah, it's for the people.
It's for the people.
Yeah, it's for the people.
So it's like, so you have to operate in that gift and just let it flourish. Like, I recently changed my last name to Bloom. Mm-hmm. And it's not a family name. Mm-hmm. I decided after being divorced for some years and my kids were getting older, I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my last name. And I came up with the last name Bloom because I think it's a representation of who I am. And I believe that is like all of our lives, we're all in bloom.
That's dope.
Over time. And now it's like, it's opening up. It's like this operation of a gift inside of me that like Bloom is now a journal. So now I'm launching a journal from Bloom.
Oh, that's dope.
So like you said, operating in your gift and creativity and just seeing where God takes you.
Right. And I felt the same way, like how you said with the newspaper, the MIT, the middle school, they had me in the yearbook. I'm like, hey.
Again, a historical record.
Yeah, I'm
like that's forever there.
Yeah. Like,
that's huge.
Yeah,
and congratulations
like
on that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The cheerleader coach, he'd be like, you made the yearbook. I looked, I read what they said. Yeah, yes. You know what I'm saying? If not anything, I made the yearbook. You feel me?
Yes, and there's so much more to come for you.
Right.
There's so much more to come for you. Your energy just speaks volumes to just the lives that you're going to touch. And I just pray, like I pray, and I said here on Queen's Vantage podcast, we had them first. I know you've been on other podcasts, but look, we had them first. Yeah. But thank you so much for sitting down. Before we get out of here, I just want to ask you this very, very last question. Because again, I'm repping my brand today.
Rep it.
So what does purpose over popularity mean to you? And how do you keep it centered in your life?
Purpose over popularity means to me that you more focused on doing your purpose in your job rather than what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Or being the man or being the woman or being the center of attention or trying to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you more focused on doing the works and focused on your purpose and what you bring to the people and to the world other than popularity.
Yeah.
What was the last question you said? It was one more, I think you said.
I think you answered it, but how do you keep it centered in your life?
Oh, how do I keep it centered in my life? Staying focused.
Yeah.
Staying focused on the goal, on the purpose. Once you get off purpose, you get into everything else. You might get into drugs or,
Yeah.
Partying too much or just anything that can be a distraction to take you off the line you got to walk to stay in the purpose. So,
Yeah.
it's so many other
Oh, trust me,
roads,
I know.
just 100 million different roads you can
Yes.
go rather than going straight. Like, it's easy to make that exit and just go over here for a minute.
Yes.
And the next 3 months then went by, you like, dang, I ain't did no podcast, or I ain't
Yep.
wrote no song, or I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't did nothing. So,
Yeah.
stand centered in the purpose. Like,
Yes.
it
For
track.
me, purpose over popularity is staying rooted in what God has versus rooted in what the world has.
Definitely that, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because the world is going
It'll destroy you.
wet, quick,
Piece by
fast, in a
piece.
hurry. I didn't see it.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't got blessed from being destroyed, so I know how it go.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I know that's what really make me kind of look at it in a different way, because I could have been dead or in jail a long time ago, and I'm still here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I got people that call me every day. Like, I get a jail call almost every day. And like,
Yeah.
I'm getting busier and busier now, so it'd be kind of hard to answer it, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been in there with them, but I got blessed, and everything
Yeah.
that needed to happen in order for me not to be there or be in that situation happened. So
Yeah.
I thank God for that. And
I
gotta
thank
stay
God
on
for
my
that as
purpose
well.
For sure.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So listen, thank you so much for joining Queen's
Thank you for
Vantage
having me.
Podcast. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah.
Thank you for your vulnerability to go
Yeah.
deep with us today. Listen, y'all, that's been another episode of Queen's Vantage Podcast. We got Dak. Dak, tell
Hello.
the people where they can find you on Instagram
Hey,
and
look,
YouTube.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Sauce Keep Riffing, or type in Dak Sauce. YouTube, type in Dak Sauce. TikTok, Dak Sauce. Just type in Dak Sauce and I'm gonna pop up. You know what I'm talking about? So I love people in the building with it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for having me. Thank you for having me. Keep doing what you're doing. It's beautiful, and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take over the world.
We taking over the world.
Hello.
That's right. One podcast at a time. So listen, another episode of Queen's Vantage Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube. Listen, let's keep the mission going. I love y'all, and remember, the crown may tilt, but it'll never fall off.
Hello.